man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Uno, no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 79 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, Wahoo! Mike 55,
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. And Mayfield just getting the play off. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because if they weren't ready to go on the last one, give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 6. And a Cowboy first down.
Here we go. 480. 50. Like 50. Come on, come on.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A first down carry by Elliott. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Kill.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Maher was 6 of 7 from 50-plus as a 29-year-old rookie, including a Cowboy record 62-yarder. And he's able to knock this one through from distance as well.
Remember, 4 years in Canada, kicked in all kinds of conditions, gives a guy a lot of confidence coming to the NFL.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Elliott. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. It's brought in by Harris. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in lock.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now from the 50. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Chubb running right. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now Mayfield. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Taken in at the 11.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. 10th carry now for Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. .45 yards. That's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smarter coach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 24. Check 24. Point it right. Point it right. Point it right.
Mayfield off the play fake. He finds Taylor, complete. The 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. If they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Well, they trail by 3, and they just got 3 yards to start the third quarter.
Let's go.
They run it again with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he's got the hook up to Landry. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll return it from the 6. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. This is Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go deep. Tight end right. Tight end right. Even. 4 down. Even. 26.
Prescott from the gun. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Prescott, eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Let's go. Big series.
And again, it's Chubb. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 30, the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott to throw it. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Woods with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A give running right is Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
180! 54! Come on, D.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, and his pass incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
The Browns on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. They go play action. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and it'll bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Prescott being chased out left. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And no, it's incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
A run for Nick Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, things just got interesting. They try for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it. And now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made by Demarius Randall. Back to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check.
Now Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. That game has gone final in Foxborough, and the Seahawks able to take home that victory. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Cleveland, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
It's lonely on top of the phone. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a festival alone. They showing me love in my city. Ain't saying hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard, but hawk with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Wings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worried about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart. I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus, banging on they know they taking notice.
Blow your mind.
Ooh, why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that. With an ass back, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a. She an. Ay. Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0,
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Pittsburgh Steelers. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Oakland. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Jacobs, the first-round pick out of Alabama. He's acquitted himself quite nicely in this first half of the season, taking over as the #1 option in Oakland. Had 2 touchdowns in the opening Monday night win over Denver, and he delivered 2 more plus his first 100-yard game in London Week 5 as the Raiders took down the Chicago Bears. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw his Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. What a story Darren Waller has been so far this year in 2019. Had already doubled his production from his first 4 years in the NFL through 5 weeks. 18 catches in his first 4 seasons. 37 catches through 5 games this year. One of the most productive tight ends in the NFL. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A gain there of 21 yards.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Now Carr going left on the ouch. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see what. Oh, he's trying to plow ahead, but I don't think he got there. He did it. That's a safety. Well, we thought these 2 defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
and so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. All the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, 68 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A gain of 3, second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Rudolph. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him. With just regular tackling.
Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Carr. It's caught. Jones. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. This defense porous so far in this 1st quarter. They face another 1st and goal. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. And Carr's going to keep it himself. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know. Nice try.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former 1st-rounder Artie Burns. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Let's get it. Wow. 180. 98 to Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Carr gives to Rashard. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Rashard. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 5 now. Carr, and he whips that one incomplete there. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're down on the scoreboard, and this is not what you want to see. 99 yards of field in front of you.
And it just shows how important a good punter can be and how that person can really help out a team. Guarantee you his agent can be taking that video clip in on the next contract negotiation, don't you think?
From the end zone, Rudolph. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, you don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
No.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. They're just starting to...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Fresh off the pick six, it's Rudolph. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Check three.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rudolph looking to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. On 1st down, it's Rudolph. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
What now? Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's Mike.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Carr. He may try and run for this. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. On the ground, Richard. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd down, Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Carr going left on the option. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Here's Switzer. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Let's go.
Here's Rudolph. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Go, go. Small.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked out by Tahir Whitehead. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2. On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
He's going to let this one go deep. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding, and a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt, his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau, 30 yards. And the Raiders position on the turnover to cash this one in. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Carr going to throw. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Looked to me like the adopter of my kindergarten teacher always said, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. T.J. Watt in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Shotgun now for Carr. Able to find Roller. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. 2nd and goal from the 1.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw it. He finds his man Johnson. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Steps away to his left, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Curtis Riley. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
To make a play. Move the chains, tell them,